Hello, friends. Welcome, everyone. I am going to share my screen so we can begin our lesson. Today is Tuesday, July 6th, 2021. Hello, everyone. Tell me about a way you used math in your real life over the weekend. So let's see what everyone has said in the chat, and I will let people get on the microphone to share. So yes, my friends, there are lots and lots of ways that we can use math in our regular lives. For instance, if maybe you want some ice cream, right? You need money to pay for that. That's using math. Maybe you wanted to use some toys over the weekend. Maybe you had some friends over, or cousins or family, and so you shared those. You're technically adding and subtracting. You take some and you're giving your friends some. We're adding and taking away, adding and subtracting. Right? Very good. Awesome, my friends. Awesome. Well, let's begin. Let's begin, my friends. Okay, our first grade expectations are to be kind, be a friend, be sure to do your best, and it's okay to make mistakes. See, even Miss Shishlo made a mistake. That's not how you spell mistakes. We're not eating steaks, but it is okay to make mistakes. Even I make mistakes, and it's okay. Our goals today, I can add numbers within 20. I can demonstrate recall of addition facts with sums through 10. Remember that word sums. Can anyone tell me what that word sums means? Very good. It means that we are adding. It is the total number when we add numbers together. Very good. We get the sum. And I can group numbers in different ways to add. And our standard that we are working on is 2.2.1.a.1, lots of numbers. And we are representing and solving problems involving addition and subtraction, being able to add within 20, right? So we are going to keep going back to that standard, making sure we know what we are learning and that we are understanding what we are learning. Okay. So my friends, there are so many different ways to make the number 10, right? We can add so many different ways, right? We're still learning how to add, so maybe we're not quite sure two numbers to add together. Maybe we can grab our connecting cubes, right? We've talked about many different ways that we can add. Can anyone tell me the different ways we can use to add? Very good, right? We can use our fingers. Those are our natural manipulatives. We can use maybe our toes if we need to. We can use a number line. We can use our connecting cubes. We can use drawings. Anything, my friends, that you need to use to help counters, any sort of manipulatives, right? So if you still need those manipulatives, go ahead and grab them. And we will continue moving forward. So let's try to see different ways to make 10. Ms. Shishla will go first, and then I'll ask for a volunteer. Okay, so let's see different ways here that I can make 10. Let me get my pointer. Let's get my draw tool out. So I know that if I'm going to draw out circles. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I want to add more, but I need to get to 10. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to count on. So I have 6, 7. I need to get to 10. 8, 9, 10. That equals 10. That is our equation. So now I have to count up how many circles do I have on each side to make my full equation. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? I'm just putting lines over them so I make sure I count each one. I have 5. I make sure to put my plus sign in the middle because we're adding. And then I have another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 plus 5 equals 10. Can I have a volunteer to tell me another way to make 10? And my friends, you could, if you don't want to get on the microphone, you could tell me in the chat, Okay? Very, very good. You can simply do 9 plus 1, and that equals 10. My friends, can I do 1 plus 9 to get 10? Give me a thumbs up if yes. Give me a thumbs down if no. Can I do 1 plus 9? If I did 1 plus 9, can I still get the answer of 10? Thumbs up for yes, thumbs down for no. And give me an if you're not sure. Very good, my thumbs up. Yes, you can. Just because it is the opposite of each other does not mean it's the same thing, right? They are just switching places. So yes, very, very good. It still gives you the number 10. Very, very good. One other way. Let's see if my friends know one other way. Go ahead and let's waterfall our answers into the chat. Very, very good, my friends. We can do 8 plus 2. 8 plus 2 equals 10. And my friends, again, if you're confused on our numbers, use those manipulatives, right? If you still need to draw it out, draw it out. Miss Shishel needed to draw it out up here, so it's okay, right? Remember, we are working towards understanding and succeeding with our standard, being able to add our numbers together within 20, okay? And again, you can use any way you need to. So let me clear all my drawings and let's go down to the next page. So what we are going to do here, we are going to combine two of the groups. Oh, I'm sorry. We are going to figure out how many circles we need in each of these big circles in order to get 12. In order to get 12. So Miss Shishla is going to help out. I am going to Let's see, I'm going to put 10. How about I'll do little circles in here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I would like to ask for a volunteer to fill in my second circle. Right? And while my volunteer is filling in the second circle, let's have everyone answer in the chat. How many more circles do I need in order to get to 12? I have 10 in my first circle. I need to add more in order to get to 12. And very good. I would need 2 more. 10 plus 2 equals 12. And if you're not sure, my friends, always double check your work. That's what Mr. Schell always says, double check. So go back through and count them. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep counting on. 11, 12. Do we have 12? Thumbs up for yes, thumbs down for no. And my thumbs up have it, right? We are able to get to 12 using 10 plus 12. And there are many, many other ways, my friends. Many, many other ways. Alrighty, let's go to our next page. Oh, hold on. There we go. Now, my friends, again, we can use our number line. We can use our number line. It's there for us to use. You can use the one that you have at home. Okay, so let's add these numbers on our number line. So let's start out with 5 plus 10. 5 plus 10. So would I want to start at the beginning? What do we think? Give me a peace sign for yes and a silly face for no. Right, silly faces have it. We would not start at 0, right? We have 5 plus 10. So I would start at 5. Can you start at 10? Sure, right? Whichever way is easier for you. You just have to make sure you're counting up the other number, right? So I'm going to start at 5 because that's my first number. I think it's the easiest. So I'm going to start at 5. I'm going to put my dot here, the big dot. I have to count up how many spaces, my friends. Go ahead and call out on the microphone. How many spaces? 10 spaces, right? So I'm going to use my pointer tool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I stop at 10. And remember, my friends, when we are counting, we do not include this first number that we start on. Our first hoop, the first ones would start at 6. So remember, we do not include this 5 here. We go over 1, and that starts our 1, 2. So what number did we end up on, my friends? What is 5 plus 10? Go ahead and tell me in the chat or on the microphone. 15, right. I'm going to give that number a big circle. 15. So my friends, what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to break you off into groups, and I'm going to copy this sheet into your breakout rooms. And you, my friends, are responsible to finish the rest with your partners. Okay, and then we will come back together and we will go over it all together, and I will have some volunteers answer on the board. And that is the conclusion of my lesson, everyone. If time permitted, I would have students fill out this page right here. Depending on how much time we have after working in groups, I would have them come back together and we would review it. That's kind of that would be one of their formative assessments. And I would be going in and out of breakout rooms to see who is understanding what. I would usually, what I would have is my checklist next to me, just writing down names of who is understanding, and then so on and so forth. Again, if time permitted, I would give them this little worksheet right here, and it's saying 4 plus 3 equals 7. What is another way to make 7? So what I would do is I would give my students time either in groups or just on the board and figure out different ways that they can make 7. And then I would have them talk through it. If I put them into groups, I would have them talk it through with their groups and kind of ask the questions, well, why did you do that? Why did you use this number instead of this number? And then so I would be going through those groups and I would just be writing down names of who is explaining what in a different way. And then when we would come back together, I would have names written down and I would say, Joey, would you please tell us the way that you did it? Why did you use this number instead of this? Or how did you get to this number? Really those higher DOK level questions so the other students can hear a different perspective other than just mine. So I would also use this one as a second formative. Again, if time permitted, usually in a 30, 45-minute math block, we would have time. So I would use that as a second formative. And then when the class was about to be over or we have 15, 20 minutes left, usually I would provide students with an exit ticket. So I would have them complete this exit ticket. Usually I would go over the first one or two so they can understand and get the practice with it. If they had an OLS lesson or anything online to complete, I would have them do that. I also like to include extras on there in case some of my students finish early. And it's not always necessary that even my slower students finish, last, but I do give extra things in case people finish early. And then to either work in IXL, Reflex Math, whatever math curriculum we're using. And then this would be my other assessment. And then depending on how many days we work on this standard, then I would give a summative assessment, whether it's in class, on-go formative in class, something that would prepare them to have a summative assessment. So in this lesson alone, I could have 2 to 3 formative assessments, and then I would give a summative assessment as well, probably within the same week, being able to work on the same standard each day. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to hear from everyone soon. Thank you.